Oh, you give this guy a golf club, he'll probably try to fuck it.
Ooh, scruffy looking.
You might wanna buckle up, baby.
I just assumed it's a Wookiee.
Hey, it's me.
Everything you heard about me is true.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Holy Toledo. Greetings, fellow galactic travelers. Welcome back. We are the Scruffy Looking Podcasters, and this is episode number 251. Holy. Episode 18 of the new era. Thank you for joining us here on this really wet and crummy Sunday afternoon, July 23rd. Goddamn tornado warning just got on my phone 10 minutes ago. No joke. Like, what the fuck? You got one too, Ed?
No.
No, I did.
Uh-oh.
Well, I know. Hold on to your butts. My name is Jimmy Dice, and feeling so relaxed, refreshed, centered with my body right now. I am on cloud. But we'll get to that. With me here in the great state of Maine, Mr. Eddie B. What's up, dude? Not in tornado warning land.
Yeah, it's still kind of shitty and rainy. But, yeah, it makes you just want to go shopping or something. Speaking of shopping, why do you think Obi-Wan went shopping? Because it was half off at the mall.
Oh, that's a good one. Who's crediting that one?
So, yeah, that wasn't mine.
It was too
A
good.
special person sent that one in. Pip. Turbos.
Ah, lovely.
Gosh.
Nice.
Valuable wife.
Bloody ripper. It's a bloody ripper.
Yep.
She's a good value, mate. She is.
It's good value. That's right. Love that saying.
Thank you, Pip.
Thank you, Pip. That was awesome. Good to hear from you. Lastly, our third wheel today, a man who's walked in the woods and now has come out taller than the trees, Mr. Christopher Hall. How's it going?
Mate, these intros get more inventive every week. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Good. That's Henry
Oh.
David
Yeah,
Thoreau.
inventive is a word, I guess.
It's something.
All right, lads. It's just me this week. Just me from Old Blighty. Kev's slacking it off somewhere and watching Euros. I don't know what he's playing at. England aren't even playing, so.
Well, he's waving the Union Jack somewhere.
What is he's quizzing, mate? He's quizzing. That's what.
That's
he's
what
up to.
it is.
Yeah, Tenable must be on or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot, mate. It's hot over here, hot and sweaty, and yeah, we're not used to this crap. So it's been raining all summer so far, and then we've had like a couple of days of heat, and we're all dying. So we've not got the infrastructure, mate, or the sustenance, or the manpower, or whatever you want to call it. We can't cope with this shit. But we're all good, mate. Happy. Let's talk some Star Wars.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Glad you haven't mastered the art of air conditioning yet, like we have here in America.
We do not have air conditioning. You know, yeah, when we went to California, mate, and we were in that Airbnb had that fucking air conditioning. Mate, I was lying in bed freezing every night, like fucking freezing my tits
That
off
wasn't
in
because you had
California.
COVID, though, right?
Nothing to do with the fact that I had COVID at all. But let's move along.
Christ, I'm going into a conniption here. All right, friends, recline yourselves back into your most naturally comfortable position. We're going to have another good, excellent shit and chat about the latest couple episodes of Acolyte. I almost said Ahsoka. But we're first off. We're
I
just
wish.
yeah, right. Kind of catch up with our lives. I know. New era. Where's my new era man?
I'm a phone guy now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, wow, that was a double.
Everything in my Thrawn guy. You know, this is where we're at right now, guys. Ed, why don't you lead us off with your week? You just came from a very restful snooze. Like, were you dreaming?
Oh my God. I was like, all right, I have nothing to do until the pod starts. And I just laid down on the bed on my stomach with my phone watching like reels. and then I pass out. Wake up like 30 minutes later to the same reel. It was not even muted. Just kept going over and over. And it was like Vivid La Dirt League's reel about like Baldur's Gate 3 and how like you can just like fuck everybody in the game. Anyway.
Ed, you don't have to lie about it. We all know it was that fucking Hawk Tour.
Oh my God. I saw some of those. Like, what is up with that? That's so stupid.
That is exactly what you were watching on repeat. I know it was. You get me?
Oh my God. No, you almost got me started to talk about Hawk 2. I'm not going to. I really didn't have much to do. I didn't really do much. Few things. I played Imperial Assault a couple times. Two different groups of friends. Jimmy was invited. He was busy, sadly.
Talk to me, mate. You know what I want to. You know what I want to hear, mate. You painted this rancor yet? Or what? Come on.
Fuck. No. However, playing these couple times has inspired me to get off my ass and paint these Jabba's Palace figures.
Oh, did you find Grand Admiral Thrawn in the box?
I did. He's there.
I knew it was there. I knew it. Thank God.
And you know what? We used him as a proxy for General Sorin, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So I just want to say again that using the app to play this game, because when the game first came out, it was one person plays the Empire, everyone else plays the heroes of the Rebellion, or a made-up hero of the Rebellion, and it was fine. It was good, but the person playing the Empire, you lost a lot. Like, that was like your job. You just got like a beat stick. But with the app, it's more challenging, A. And B, everybody gets to play the heroes, and the app plays the Empire figures. So it's like so much better.
An ideal cooperative scenario.
Yes. And then like they throw little encounters like in between missions. And it's fun. You like test skills, and they choose dialogue and stuff. So it's kind of like almost like RP. But so I can't say it enough that with the app, Imperial Assault is super fun. Really, really fun.
Still a very viable game.
Yeah, and
nice.
we played the first mission, not the Hoth stuff. So, and it was completely different from the game, like the missions were. So it felt like a whole new experience, and it was really good.
Were you on Now Hada now? Sorry, go. You first, Chris.
Is it still tabletop, Ed?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, like the app.
But you've got an app as well. Like...
Yeah. It tells you like how to set up the board, but the app doesn't track where the figures are, but it tells you like priorities of what each enemy unit would want to do when it's their turn.
Oh, that's cool.
And then everybody rolls the dice for everything. So it's still random and fun and cool.
Like, for instance, I think one example that comes to mind is like move this particular stormtrooper 3 spaces closer to the nearest rebel. You know what I mean? Order a particular character in your party if they're there.
Yep. And cool. I found out because I did the tutorial for one of these past week. We did a couple things wrong when we were playing. So.
No.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, it's harder than we were playing.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm shocked.
Shocked, I say.
Does it tell you if you're fucked? Does it like, mate, you can't do fuck all here. You fucked. We fucked him.
No, you're just fucked. Yeah, it's pretty fun because in the scenario, it's right after the first Death Star blows up, and you're on Yavin protecting the base while the transports are leaving. So you have to survive for like X amount of rounds while the transports are leaving. And then Vader comes down. And all these Imperials just start showing up, and it's scary as fuck.
They just shit all over you.
They're like, Vader's here, deploy him here on this space. He cannot be defeated. That's what it says. He's like unlimited hit points. And then he just goes around just killing everything. But then you get like reinforcements from the rebels, so it's cool.
It's awesome.
I was at my first rehearsals for my July 4th concert. Just wanted to mention that I was sitting there during rehearsal while we were playing the Star Wars medley that we have going for it. And strings don't really have a lot of melody in it. It's a lot of horns and brass, that kind of stuff, doing the melodies. So it's like, I found myself sitting back, closing my eyes, like, yeah, this is cool. Then like, then the horns would make a mistake. I'd be like, huh! And I'd look left. I'm like, what the fuck was that? That wasn't how I remembered it, or whatever. Yeah, it's just like, because I know the music so well, just listening to it, all the soundtrack. So it's just funny. But it's being a first violinist, you're used to playing melody a lot, and then you go to this kind of stuff, and you don't play melody a ton. We do like around the throne room scene, the throne room music, and Ray's theme. But like everything else, like Vader, Imperial March, I'm just doing the dun 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 in the background. That's it. I don't have the melody at all. It's all the horns and shit.
It's trombones that actually have the melody. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're welcome.
No, it's really fun. It's coming together. It sounds awesome, obviously. Just want to give you an update on that.
Well, I won't be able to cope, mate, if I was... Because when I used to play in the band and we'd do like certain songs, I'd just get too excited, mate, and start fucking freaking out. That's more acceptable, like when you're like on stage in a band, mate. If I was in a fucking orchestra and I was like, dun, 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 I'd want to start a fucking pit, mate. And,
yeah, I know, right? That's exactly.
Let's fucking go.
I like look over and the person I'm playing violin with, she's never seen Star Wars. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, wait, how does this rhythm go? What? And I was like, oh, come on.
He's going to smack him in the face like, what's the matter with you? You can act like a man.
Oh, man. I'd say John Williams, though, is a genius. Just more. I know
man.
I've already
Yeah.
said it a million times, but anyway.
Yep.
That's my week.
Sweet.
Nice. I suppose I'll go next. Went up to camp for Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day, Ed. Also to Christopher. I know it's a different date for you, but here in America.
Same date, mate. Same date.
Is it? Ah, excellent. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Well, happy belated.
I didn't
boys.
realize that. Cool.
Thank you.
Celebrating the fathers. It's a great weekend up to camp. Played some golf. Watched the sunset. Get all existential, you know. Ate some side hunks of beef on the grill. Got hot meat over fire, boys.
Cooked some dead animal and ate it.
Yeah, hot meat over fire. Ain't nothing better than that. It was a great weekend with the kids, with the fam. Just a nice time opportunity to get away, and the weather was just ideal. And then we got hit with all this rain for the last however long it's been in this heat wave. You're like, Ella Fitzgerald having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. Anyways, that's all I could like hum in my head because they said that from Grumpy Old Men. You guys ever watch Grumpy Old Men? Way back? No.
A long time ago.
Walter
Yeah.
Matthau, Jack Lemmon. No, anyways, great movie. What else? Got to try it, dude. Boys, I got to test out a Tesla Cybertruck. Shout out to Paul and his son, regular listeners of the pod, by the way. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate you guys. He's got one, and I got to try it, and it was so friggin' cool.
You shoot firearms at it and
Yeah,
ride a skateboard on top of it, and
yeah, he had like a 308 semi-auto that was just like into the side, not a dent. Man, that thing just smooth, dude, wicked smooth. It was because everything is all on this giant screen in the middle of your vehicle, just like the normal Teslas. But smooth driving up and down that road, dude. 0 to 60 in like 3.8 seconds. Holy!
was everyone looking at you, or was not a lot of bystanders?
I mean, everybody kind of looks at it, and he was saying like it gets a lot of hate on social media because like a couple of like I think that one of the radio stations, the newspapers, like posted a picture of it. It's like Cybertruck spotted in the old port, and like 200 negative comments on it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
People
it's
are like,
sad.
what a waste, and this is so stupid, and I'd be so embarrassed. And it's like I'd spit on it if I saw it. Like all this really negative stuff. But yeah, his encounter with like everybody in person, like, real people, real humans, everyone's like, dude, that's really fucking cool. Can I see it? Can I take a picture of it? You know what I mean? Like once you get the keyboard warriors out of their mom's basement, like into the light, you know, that vitamin D has that sort of positive effect on their brains. But it was really cool, really fun. I could see the attraction.
Nice.
Let's see what else. Oh, good friend of the show, Matty Shoes, his birthday, 40 years old this week. Holy, we went on the mailboat, Ed. The Casco Bay Line's mailboat goes out to like Cliff, Shabig, Long, goes all the way out there in Casco Bay. It's like 2.5, 3 hour
Mailboat? Why do they call it a mailboat? Is that they deliver mail?
They got a little tiny little crane on top that they drop these, you know, pallets of crap and shit on it, you know. But this was on like a Thursday, a school night, you know, and we got after it just like we were youngins. The parents were watching the kids, and so Elaine and I were out on the boat just having a grand old time, and then we went to Riras afterwards. So like,
oh,
you know,
I haven't been there in ages.
Right? Oh, that was a throwback. Their wings, don't get the wings. Garbage. Absolute garbage. But the beers
Here comes
were good.
the food review, Chris. Get ready.
Yeah. Brace yourselves.
I'm ready.
So that was fun. It was a good time. Good shout out to my friend Maishu. Happy birthday, buddy. Try to get tickets. So the Eagles, they're gonna be playing at the Sphere in Vegas, and try to get tickets.
That sounds expensive.
Yeah, I wanted to try to see like just what they would be, you know, like what can these possibly be here, and they were like,
I feel like
$350 to $400
Yeah.
or whatever was left over, which was bottom of the floor, on the floor, in the corners, so all view obstructions. $400 and more.
Mhm.
And I like logged on like 15 minutes, like as soon as the queue could possibly start. I'm number 40,508 in line. Took me like 30 minutes in order to like get through the queue for it, and there's just nothing left. It's crazy. But that's the Eagles, you know. I fear though, like all these like octogenarians that are fucking like buying tickets to see the Eagles, they're gonna get into the Sphere and they're gonna realize like, man, this vertigo that I got going up, you know, vertically up in the section 400 is gonna be a little tough for me to handle.
Yeah, it's people that go into VR thinking it's going to be fun and awesome, and they just get like nauseous.
Yeah, right. The demographic of this crowd is going to be very interesting when they go into the Sphere, but I still have hopes of. I'd love to see there is Tame Impala in the Sphere. Holy fuck, dude!
Wait, fucking cosmic.
I thought you were going to say the Stones.
That would be fucking cosmic. No, I don't want to see the Stones there.
See
I don't want to
nice,
see the Stones
nice
there.
and close up 4K in the
No.
Sphere.
No.
360 degrees, wrinkly ball sacks, mate.
Seriously, dude.
Fucking-
Seriously. What's the name of that type of dog that looks like that? You know what I mean? That dog is just all fucking wrinkles on their face. Like that's what Mick Jagger and Keith Richards looked like.
Still fucking got it there, mate. They've still fucking.
They do.
Definitely.
They do.
Yeah.
100%. 110%. But yeah, outside of watching Acolyte and enjoying that, also been watching House of Dragons.
Oh, is it good?
Ooh.
It's
I haven't
very
seen
good.
it yet.
It's very good. It's very good. We've got 2 episodes in. I think third one drops tonight. Yeah, it's Sunday. I'm really looking forward to that. Remember how awesome it was when like the entire planet was on the Game of Thrones train,
Mate,
And, like,
so good.
right? It was.
Yeah,
that was
I was talking about this week at work. We used to get super hyped, Jimmy, like on whatever day.
Sunday into a Monday.
So it was Monday for us. So it's Thrones Mondays,
Mm.
and like all day at work, we'd be like, "Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones."
Thrones.
And I remember once I parked in this. We've got like this gravel pit at work, and your car gets a bit dusty. And I got back to my car, and someone had written on the side of my fucking car "Thrones" like dead big, because it was so good, mate. That program was
Yep.
proper.
Yep. I mean, way before COVID, before everything, when like we had watch parties, right?
Yeah,
Over your
mate,
house
yeah.
and watch it. People come over, like make themed fucking like food and drinks and stuff. Like you would think that's right up my alley. We never really did. We did that once. I will admit, we did that like once. We like cooked, like made stuff and call it stuff from the show. Can't remember exactly what it was. Like ice and fire. I don't know, whatever. But that was a real fun, good time. And House of Dragons is pretty damn great. You know, I don't know if it has that pull like the other ones have, or at least no one's talking about it. But maybe that's because no one's like back in the office anymore. But I did get my guy Jeff sits next to me at my work in my office. He was just like, "Hey, I just finished Picard season 3. I really liked it." Like, yeah, it was good. It was good.
That was like a couple of years ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Jeff's a good guy. And he's like, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now. House of the Dragons. Like, what do you think? So I was like, I got a guy I can talk to on my Game of Thrones Mondays. So I'm excited for that. I just hearing that song, that theme again. Like, I love how they didn't change it at all. You know,
yeah, love it.
You know, it hasn't been that long where they've had to change it to accommodate a new generation.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same old people that are going to be listening to it because it still holds up.
That's why they should have kept It's Been a Long Road for all the Star Trek.
Been a long road.
I know, but, you know, I'm kind of glad. We don't need the acoustic guitar.
Oh, come on.
Bruv.
All right, change it to an orchestra. Maybe.
No, that's Cap. Don't make me talk like this. I think that's all I got in my week, boys. I didn't really get anything Star Wars related. One thing I have been doing is just organizing my room, just trying to set some things up and setting my Star Wars micro machines a different way this week. You know, just kind of mixing up the dust that's accumulating on them to be a different way now. But X-Wing Alliance, not X-Wing Alliance, X-Wing Miniatures. When we get back to playing, when I come and visit and play Imperial Assault again with you, I do also want to try to get a game with Mearston, Tyler, and you and I, a 4-player, my house, till 4 a.m. again. How cool is it? We were playing that fucking game till 4 a.m., dude.
And I got like an expansion to it too. It was like the bigger one where I can't remember. I'll look at it again. I have to look at it.
We'll talk offline, as they say
yeah.
in the new. We'll talk offline. But do you still have is the Razor Crest over there too?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, Christopher, take us away. We're good.
Wait, I just want to mention, I forgot two things I got.
Sure.
I got 2 T-shirts.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Workout shirts. They're Star Wars related though.
Yes.
And one, they're from Tango Charlie. One has a picture of Boba Fett with like jacked muscles. This is Boba Fett.
Oh, so not from Book of Boba. Okay, and
yeah, right. And the other one is Baby Yoda, and it says, "This is the way," but "way" is spelled W-H-E-Y.
Oh my god!
Fuck yeah!
I love that. See, it matches up because then at the very end,
The Polynesian spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, indeed.
I was hoping Kev would be on to hear that because I know he lifts.
Yes. They sound like proper dad shirts as well, Ed.
Yep.
Right.
You should buy that shirt for him. He won't listen to this episode, so he'll never know. But you should buy that shirt
Boba
for
Fett.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, Boba Fett. Do you have a men's small tall?
Like
men's small,
really
tall, please?
small, tall.
Really tall. I'm just kidding. Yes, please, Christopher, take us away. How's your week been, man? Weeks.
You leave my goddamn Kev alone.
It's mine.
Yeah, it's a good week, mate. Good. What I've been doing? Been chilling, working hard, battling this horrible sweaty weather. But no, it's been good. It's been good. Myself and Anya, we've got Anya's got a list of films. I've talked about this before. She's got a list of films on her phone that are like what I would consider classics that she needs to work through. And we've done some of these before, but this week we did 2 big hitters because we've not watched the film together for a while. And she came down, and I was literally just like on Amazon scooching around, and this was literally on the menu. I'm not going to say literally anymore. This was on the menu, and she came in the room. She's like, "Dad, I'm bored. I want to watch a film." I was like, "Right, we're going to watch Terminator."
Oh yeah.
So she's 14, mate. She's going to be 15 later this year. Now, it's easy to, like Terminator for us, it's like Star Wars, isn't it? It's so, like entrenched. You know the story, who everyone is, what's happening, everything.
Yeah.
Imagine going into that film cold for the first time. She knew absolutely nothing. Like, so for the first 40 minutes of Terminator, you've got Arnie, Kyle Reese, and Sarah Connor. She's like asking me a million questions, like, why are they after her? Why is she so important? Who are these two people? Where have they come from? Are they aliens? Why did they appear in a, like, we know what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen it so many times.
Yep.
It was such a wild ride to watch. Like,
Love that.
so the scene where, like, they were in the nightclub and Kyle Reese steps in and starts shooting Arnie, and he's there to come with me if you want to live. And you're like, yes, let's go. She's like, oh, what's happening? What's happening?
That's
Like,
so good.
it was so good, but she loved it. She absolutely loved it.
Nice.
There was a few, obviously it's 1984. Some of the special effects are obviously a bit
Great.
more like
Great.
not great for a 14-year-old in 2024, because there's that scene where he takes his eye out.
Oh yeah, in the sink. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's a puppet, and the skin color's like pretty much just white, and she's like, what's happened to him? Is he deteriorating? I'm like, so I had to explain, like, it was a special effects.
That's funny, actually.
And she loved it, and she was like, oh, that's amazing. And then when it finished, she gave it 10 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
Because she's got a ranking system, and she always like ranks them afterwards. And we have a little chat about it, and she loves the fact that me and Michelle grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and she's always asking us like questions about it and like pop culture things. But on the menu afterwards on Amazon, obviously it recommends the second one, and she's like, "There's a number 2."
Oh,
and I was like, "There's a number 2."
And 2's the
Trust.
better one.
If you enjoyed that, this shit's gonna blow your freaking mind. She's like, "Can we watch it now?" I'm like, "No, it's too late." So it's like she came flying home from school the next day, and she's like, "Can we watch Terminator 2? Can we watch Terminator 2?" I'm like,
Love
"You've not Googled anything, have you?" I banned her from, because she's on she lives on TikTok basically,
Yep.
and she'll search edits. I don't know what that means, but she'll type in like Terminator edit, and it'll be
Do you mean-
things
oh,
that.
Gotcha. I thought you said Reddit. I'm like, let me tell you what Reddit
edits. No, I know what Reddit is, Jimmy.
is. What a dick.
But yeah, I banned it. I was like, right, don't look into anything, because obviously there's a massive twist in, like, that. If you're going in cold, you've got no idea that Arnie's like been sent back to protect him.
Yeah, he's the good guy.
Like,
Yeah.
you think that like the policeman's the good guy and that Arnie's after like John Connor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, we watched Terminator 2, and fucking hell, mate, what an absolute film, mate. That is 10 out of 10, absolute classic. And watching it with someone that doesn't know anything about it, all the twists and turns, and it blew her away. She was so into it, and yeah, it was just dead good. It's just such a wild ride, like getting to watch these films with my kid. It was ace. Proper ace. I was talking to Kev about it, and it's like, you know, Kev came up with this really amazing analogy. Like, he says it's a bit like Smells Like Teen Spirit. You think you've heard that song a million times and you don't want to listen to it again, but when you actually hear it and listen to it, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a fucking classic. And that's what I feel like Terminator 2, mate. It was just, watched it so much as a kid, and I've not seen it for years, and I'm like, you think you've seen it too much, and then I put it on, and it was like, yeah, it was pretty cool. But yes, what a film, Terminator. Absolutely rad.
Director's cut?
No, unfortunately it wasn't. So like there's a few, obviously the smiling scene,
Yeah.
and the scene where they take his chip out and like Sarah tries to smash it, and that wasn't in it, which is pretty gutting, but it's all good. It's all good. It's annoying because that DVD is like actually in the cupboard somewhere, but in 2024 we're that lazy that I just rented it for like £3.50 off Amazon because I couldn't be asked to get up. Like, I turn the PlayStation on, put the DVD. It's just easy to stream, innit? So
I was gonna say, shocked you have the means to play a DVD. Like I had to we have like, oh, let's go watch a DVD. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if we can.
Yeah. Plus the quality as well. Like obviously, if I purchased it, so it was in 4K, so much better. But yes, that was rad, boys. I absolutely loved that, and we're gonna do Predator next.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Sexual
So I just-
Tyrannosaurus.
Yes. Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. What's with this fucking Thai bullshit? Oh, and then the other night we watched, because my dad keeps telling her to watch certain films. And we watched Kindergarten Cop, and she was like, "Is this even the same guy?" We were like, but that,
Yes.
like, it's a fun little watch. That is.
Is Alien on her list
Daddy.
too?
What does she do?
Aliens is on the list, mate. Yes, definitely. And Total Recall, Robocop, just all the classics, mate. All the
Just wait till her excitement, right? When she's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, Dad, Terminator 3?
we've already had that conversation.
It ends after 2.
It came up on the menu, and it was like Terminator 3. Is that a fit? I was like, no, we're not.
Yeah, it's like Aliens or Alien versus
Yeah.
Predator. It's like you just don't want it. You don't want it. You don't
Yeah.
need that content.
Yeah. But outside of that, other fun things I've been up to. So I had a cheeky day off on Friday. And Kevin told me about some. Kevin told me about some. I'd got loads of chores and stuff to do around the house, and I was going to start some decorating, but
Fuck
you
yeah.
you guys don't call it decorating, do you? You call it like painting or home improvements or whatever. But
Oh, yeah, chores.
chores, mate. Yeah.
House projects.
Yes, mate. I've got some house projects on. I've always got fucking house projects on the go. I'm a madman. I love it. Anyway, Kevin texted me and told me about some new record shops that had opened up in Nottingham. So I was like, do you know what? Sun's out. I can fucking paint anytime I want. I'm going to go and treat myself. So I had a little trip into Nottingham, into town. And while I was there, I'm not going to talk about record shit and bore you, visited your favourite shop, Ed.
I'm excited about this.
I didn't go to the World. I just went to the retail store that is known as Warhammer.
Warhammer World.
So I've been trying to get back to get some more paints.
I have a
'Cause instead
question.
of ordering-
I have a question. Have they changed any of it? Does it look the same like when I was there?
No, I didn't go to the. I went to the shop, not
Oh, okay.
not where we went. I just went to
the
a little
shop
store.
look the same?
No,
Oh, we didn't go to
didn't
the
go
shop.
to-
I didn't go to the shop. Did I not go to the shop?
you know, can you remember when we were actually in Nottingham, walking around,
Yeah.
and there was a little tiny Warhammer shop, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That's the one I went
Oh,
to.
you went there. Okay. Sorry. Apologies.
So I didn't go back to Warhammer World. I just went to like one of the regular Warhammer shops. But I was in Forbidden Planet, and it's across the road. And I looked in because I've been trying to get back because I don't want to buy the paints online because I don't really know what I want until I see it. So I wanted to look at them all and then choose all the colours and figure out in my head what. Because I'm a bit silly like that. And I'm like, can I be asked to go in? Because I know what. I was like, I know what's going to happen when I go in. And I walked in. Well, I walked past it. I thought I'll just walk past and see what they're damaging. And there was there's just this young girl sat behind the counter and literally no one in the shop. And I'm like, oh, fucking, this is going to be easy. I've got this. So I walked straight in. Hi, love. You all right? Yeah. Walked straight to the back of the shop where the paints are. I'd literally been there like about 30 seconds and she appeared at the side of me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh,
Let's test your Warhammer lore knowledge.
Hello there.
no. I'm a She's strong like- guy now.
Which is your favorite Primarch? No. I'm just kidding.
Primark. What is this? Discovery?
So she starts talking to me. She's like, can I help you? Is there any particular paint that you're looking for today? And I'm like, oh, I'm not looking for anything in particular. I've just come to choose some colours. And I started fumbling, didn't I? And I just need to be honest in these situations. Because obviously, what is the first thing she asked me, Ed?
What are you painting?
What are you... what are you working on? And I'm like, I'm not even going to try. Just be honest, Chris, and tell her that you're working on some fucking robots that you've made out of junk. But I didn't, did I? I said, it's not. I'm not working on anything. My son is. He's just sent me with a. And she's like, "Oh, have you got a list? Has he sent you with a list?" And I'm like, "Shit, no,
man, you're just digging a
just-
hole."
Yeah,
I know, mate.
Oh,
It's just-
what does he play? What describe it? What do they look like? Tell me what they look like that he plays with.
That's exactly. She was asking me. Oh, she's like, "Oh, what does
God.
he? What does he paint in then?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's all the same." So I think they're Space Marines or something. I don't know. And then I'm like, oh shit, have I said the wrong thing? Because I'm going to get the wrong. She's like, so what colours are you after? And I'm like, well, I want a green and a blue and and I was like, just that I'm just going to pick a few. And she's like, oh yeah, we've got an offer on actually. If you get 10, you get the most expensive one free. And I was like, oh, I might as well get 10 then, hadn't I? So, and she literally wouldn't leave me alone. So we put them all down on this table, and she's like, she did drop. If I'd have been honest with her, and I'm like, she wouldn't, because she was a little bit patronising. She was like, oh, you've actually, you've got 2 colours here that are dry colours, and you can only use those when you're dry brushing. The rest are base colours that you've chosen. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm supposed to be like acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, he's told me to get them.
You'd be surprised. She'd probably be more interested if you said you were kit bashing some random stuff.
I know. Next time, mate.
They appreciate the art side too.
Yeah.
Or they
But
would,
she was,
or they'd be less confused, be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
She was really cool and she was really helpful, and it's more a reflection of me and how I can't handle talking to people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, she was because those people are ace. Do you know? I don't even like calling them those people. Warhammer nerds, mate. Because when we went to Warhammer World, mate, there was some people in there that were like, that was some next level nerdism, mate.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, if you
Damn.
can afford to buy these figures, mate, you can afford to buy some deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, she was cool. This girl.
They can't because all their money's going into the figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
She was cool, and it's rad that, like, obviously, I'm just some random civilian, and she clocked that I had not got a clue as soon as I walked in. So she was just trying to be helpful, but it was just, again, another awkward interaction in.
Yeah, you needed Kev there to like distract her.
Oh, absolutely, mate. He'd have been like all over it, talking to her about everything. As
Ain't
soon as
gonna
you
lie,
walked in.
I love this
Yeah.
for you. I love this for you. If you had just said at the very beginning, it's like, yeah, I'm just kit bashing some shit, so I'm doing some experimentation. She'd probably just be like, cool, and just left.
Yep.
I know.
That's
And that made it
exactly
worse
what would have
for
happened.
The worst. And the funny thing is, as well, it was really hot on Friday, and I was like, I was wet through by the time I walked out the shop because my like anxiety got the better of me, and I was just sweating so much and fumbling for like. But yeah, I've got a load of new paints that I can't wait to try out, and I got one of the black because I got the Wraith Bone primer last time, Ed, and now I've got one of the black ones, so I'm gonna try that this time and see how we get on.
There you
This
go.
is before or after
Very
the acid wash.
The acid wash comes later, Jimmy.
Gotcha. Thanks.
That comes later. But yeah, they put all my paints in like a little cool gift box.
Yeah, I saw you sent a picture. That's cool.
Had loads of rad artwork on it, like when I opened it up and stuff. So
Dope.
that was cool. And then I saw a few sweaties as well, because obviously she's like, "Do you need a bag?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need a bag." And obviously the bags from Warhammer, like they couldn't be more. You might as well walk down the street with a neon sign above your head that says, "I'm a sweaty, I'm a nerd." So I'm walking through town trying to get back to my car, and I saw a few guys.
blazing orange sign that says "I play Warhammer."
Yeah. I mean, they're fucking amazing. The artwork on these bags is, I mean, insane, but you are walking down the street saying, "I'm a nerd," aren't you?
Yep.
Basically. And I saw a few guys like clock my bag, and I'm like, "You fucking don't come over here, mate, and start asking me what's in my bag. You don't fucking talk to me." Keep your head down, Chris. Walk straight past and get to your car. Go home.
Oh
it's
my
gonna be
God.
fine.
I love
You
it.
can fuck right off.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. I can't wait to start using that shit. But outside of that, mate, just been watching a bit of Acolyte. So should we go straight in?
I think we go straight in. Bite the pillow. We're
Yes.
going dry. Let's start with episode 3. This one was called what? Destiny, I believe. This is the flashback that we've all been waiting for. We actually get a little bit more Carrie-Anne Moss. That was nice for a few hot moments here and there.
Yeah.
And
Want more, but yeah.
yeah. Let's just go around the horn, and we'll go Ed, Kev, Jimmy. So Ed, why don't you just kick us off? Your thoughts, your feelings, your hard-ons.
Or Chris.
Yeah. You mean Ed, Chris, Jimmy? Yes.
Yeah, sure. You know what I mean.
It felt. I don't know what it is. Like the person cutting these episodes, like the endings and stuff. Like I don't like. It seemed like if this was all just one big movie, it'd be better. Just didn't seem weird. I don't. It seems a little weird with how they cut it up. But still, this episode, I kind of wanted more action, but it's needed. Obviously, my girls watched it. They loved it. We find out the witches are witches, and using some. They don't. It's not like the same as the Dathomir witches. It's not like green, weird magic, but like they call it the thread. Still like force related. And then there's a female Zabrak, which I thought horns are only on male Zabrak, according to StarWars.com. But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Jesus Christ, Ed. Well, I don't know. Petition!
But it's cool seeing, their origins, May and Osha, and the girls loved it because, they relate. My girls, they're twins, and they're twins.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wish there was a little more action near the end there when the whole thing was burning down. But overall, not my favorite episode, but it seems like it's needed. You know what I mean? To explain some stuff.
Mm.
How about you?
Yeah, Chris, not Kev. Chris.
Well, I think I'll speak for both of us on this one because we're watching them together, and we're pretty much in agreement so far about this show.
What do you think, Krev?
Yeah, Krev. We're like the Borg, mate. We've assimilated, and we are one.
Indeed.
Oh, I just got shudders thinking about being assimilated with Kev.
Your thoughts are one.
Ooh, are you shaking?
I'm shaking, and I'm watching lots of quiz shows. Yes. No, this episode, I don't want to shit on the show. I'm not going to shit on it, but we've really struggled with these last 2 episodes, to be honest. They've not. This witch one was really slow, in our opinion. I'm not going to speak for both of us. He can tell us what he thinks on. But yeah, I thought it was really slow. It was like 45 minutes to tell something that I thought could be like 10, 15 minutes. Like Ed says, see a bit more of what actually happened. Because clearly that girl didn't just set a book on fire and everyone die. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It was. I only watched it the once. It's like 2 weeks ago. So
it created
yeah,
more questions. So it was like, I don't know. Didn't really answer.
Yeah, I know we've clearly not seen what's gone off, and I don't want to judge it until I've seen everything because I think there's more and more twists and turns to come.
Which we'll speculate on after. We'll speculate at the end, right? After.
Yeah.
Talk both.
But
yeah. Speculation after 4.
You know what? Hot lesbian witches. I'm into that. Yeah. That was cool. It gets people angry, so I'm all down for that when people get upset. So, let's see what you thought, Jimmy.
Wait, I want to add one thing. It seemed a little confusing when they're like power of one, power of two, power of many. when we're doing that like challenge thing with the force pushing, and like the two come up and they do it, and it almost looks like the same thing happens. It's you watch it again, you can see like she's like the mother, whatever her name is, struggles a little bit, but she still is able to push him back. And I'm like, what kind of point was that? The one still won. You know what I mean? Like, so power of one. That's what you want? I don't know. Anyway, it was just a little confusing to me because I'm like, what is actually the point you're trying to show here? But anyway.
That was Mother Anastasia.
Yeah, Anastasia.
The good Mother Coral, the Zabrak. She was like the evil, mean one. I'll save that speculation for later. The internet seems to have a life of its own for that one, but I thought it was interesting. I 38 minutes real time, by the way, on the old ticker for episode 3, Destiny. The Jedi are portrayed a lot more devious, sinister.
Yeah, they don't come off really well, do they? In that episode.
Yeah, especially with Saul like hiding behind a tree and like spying. I'm like, ooh, that's not very Jedi-like.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Sneaking. Yeah, I like Master Soul is like, or Jedi Knight Soul is like peeping around, like a little peeping Tom, you know? That was a little bit weird. But so that's a cool perspective, right? This was just Osha's flashback, more or less, right? Are we going to get a May flashback as well? I think we probably will. I don't know, this might be overall speculation, but just for this episode, there was a lot of things that went down that like it did not make sense of like, listen, I'm all about fire, but goddamn, you just light a book on fire and the whole stone castle goes down and just everybody just immediately dies. Like, something else is going on here, which I think
definitely
goes into the whole like this is why like Torben killed himself and all the Jedi are like really sad about it. Something deep, dark, and insidious happened. That was like they tried to cover up or whatever. We'll find that out later. But just with regard, that was my thoughts when this was happening in the show, this episode, was that like, how did all of those people die? You know what I mean? Like they're all the witches were all dead, you know?
You don't see any lightsaber slashes. It seemed like they died from a gas or something. Like, I don't know.
Well, there was this one scene where May, or not May, but Osha or May, they were running through something and above them, may have been with Soul, but above them, you just like the floor just went BAM! Right? And was that like the moment where all the witches were just like picked up and just like smashed to the ground? All the bones are broken? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I was thinking maybe they used that poison. They like poisoned them all.
Poison is a thing. That's true. I thought too, is like, is this like a perception, like a projection, right? To make them think that they're all dead, just so like the Jedi would get out of their heads and think that May and Osha are dead. Who knows? It's cool. We needed this backstory to explain why. We need to have this event explained because it was spoken about in episode 1 a little bit, spoken about a lot more in episode 2 about May killed my whole family, blah, blah, blah. She bad, she evil, but she loves her sister and somehow they don't know that each other are alive. And wanted to see where that came from, but I think you're going to have another, what was it, 8 episodes this season?
Yep.
So one of
through, mate, aren't we?
Yeah, one of the remaining 4 are going to be, I think, another flashback, or at least like half a flashback to show that other perspective.
They've said it's a mystery. So like they're throwing stuff at us. We can't assume what we see is what it is, or like
indeed.
We can't jump to obvious conclusions, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it ends up being obvious, I will be disappointed. So
Yep. Anything this episode, it was fine. A little bit weird, but like graphically when they were doing the ceremony outside at night and like the setting with like the moon and stuff like that, the graphical like representation, the artwork they did with that.
Oh yeah,
that was really dope.
Yeah.
That was super cool. Seeing the confrontation when the Jedi just like casually walks in and is like, "Show me your daughters," and then just like present them to him. Again,
I want to buy your daughter. How much for your how much for your woman?
How much for your women? I take you to the Jedi temple and make them our own. Like, how does that sound? Right?
I know,
'Cause
it
that's
sounds awful.
That's what those people are like. That's their perspective right now. This coven of witches, where you notice the Twi'lek in there. A couple of, it's all mixed race. It's not just all one or the other, which is cool.
And then the Avatar tree. I don't know why I thought of Avatar when I saw it. The little floating thing. I was like, oh, it's like Avatar.
Oh no! You see, I thought of the bleeding tree in Winterfell.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I forgot the name of that. The wood, but
I can't even remember a tree.
Mirkwood? No, not Mirkwood. That's
the tree
else.
in the Stark.
In the
right?
House Stark.
I know that. I'm thinking of Acolyte. Like I can't.
Oh.
It was at the beginning, very
end.
beginning scene. That's where Osha ran to like be at.
Oh
peace.
yeah.
But it was outside of the coven's walls, and that's when we had like old Peepin' Tom, Master Soul, poke his head around the tree, and be like, "Hello, there he is."
Yeah, with his emo hair.
I love it. I love it. Let's see what else. I wish we got more Kelnaka, the Wookiee.
Yeah, and we can move into this next episode, I guess.
Yeah, let's just transition right into that. This one is this latest episode, Day, which I don't know if I get the reference. Day, like daytime?
I think
like
it
is now day?
They were trying to get to their destination so they weren't in the woods at night because those scarab creatures, which remind me of, I don't know if it did for you, Darth Bane trilogy with his scarab armor.
Oh, it did not, but that's cool.
Immediately what I thought of when I saw them.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
shit.
see these at about minute 17:31 when Osha like sets these little motherfucking tree warts off.
And I was wondering, I was like, oh man, if these are resistant to lightsabers, then it would fit perfectly. But then Saul just like cuts one in half. Like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. No, they're just attracted to
Light.
lightsabers.
Yeah. And light.
Yes, indeed.
But that's what the quote unquote Sith Lord helmet is made from, is one of those. Looks like, anyway. The shell of one of those.
Shell is something. I don't know. It reminded me more of like the mouth of Sauron.
Well, yeah, the mouth is different, but the
Yeah.
shell looks like it's from one of those insects.
Yeah. I also got vibes of like Knights of Ren. I guess I'll go first. Let me go first with this one, then I'll have some thoughts at the end. But this last one, even more so, like something definitely happened there. Some big thing happened that night at the Coven that they all swore they would never talk about. And I wonder, like, speculation, we didn't see Mother Coral's body. Is she somehow still alive and like some level of manipulation in this? I still think Kamir, the bad guy, I still think he's the lightsaber wielding dude with the helmet.
It's too obvious, man.
It's too obvious.
I know. Is it too obvious now?
Mate, if that is the case, that's trash, man. That is real bad.
Yeah.
I know. Well, as a mystery, right? People are now setting up to be that, but could it be Mother Coral? Right? Because
I lean towards Coral.
Maybe because she held the lightsaber up to her almost to like see her because it was dark. It's like, wait, is this really Osha? And then she just like pushed her out of the way and did that same force push thing that Anasea was doing to the twins in the previous episode. You know how she's like pushing them back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
And
exactly what she
her
did in
left
that
arm
final
had
episode.
a giant bracer on it, similar to Mother Anasea's.
I didn't see the bracer. No, I was trying to look at.
I was like pausing shit and like looking.
Oh, really?
It was all real
Nice.
fast.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I was looking at more of physical stature. As like just definitely a smaller person, but that's why I kept thinking that Kamir guy. But like he's just hauling around that helmet and that big old bag. But like that's what everybody's saying. So when everybody's saying it on the internet, I tend not to believe it.
The lightsaber wielder's arm was like marked up, so you never see Coral's arms, but her face is obviously marked up with tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
Is this the one with the horns?
Yes.
Yeah, the Zabrak. Yeah, she was the more aggressive mother. Like
So, like, the last you see of her is she takes May away because May was getting angry.
Yep.
Right.
About Osha wanting to be a Jedi or some shit.
And maybe she put in May's head That
I think
you know,
she possessed
knew
her. Because you see remember in that episode where Osha sees her sister and follows her out of the ship after the crash? Remember? Crash lands.
Yes.
The prisoner ship. Crash lands. Sees a vision of her sister. Follows her out into a cave.
Yeah.
They have flashbacks and shit. But like at one point, May's eyes go black, just like Torben's did.
Mm.
So it makes me think like there's some weird, maybe May, like maybe, I don't know, May got possessed by Coral, just like they were possessing Torben. I don't know. But it's like the same eye thing. Black eyes go black.
They go black.
Yeah. There's something weird going on, and I think it has to do with that. And then obviously Kalnaka has those witch symbols in his hut, so like there's some more going on. Like
yeah, it's almost like he's studying it, right? Like he's trying to solve the unsolved mystery.
Yeah, make himself feel better about whatever happens.
Yep.
Who knows?
He's
not wearing any Jedi garb, so or it didn't seem like it. Actually, now that I think about it, I think maybe he was on the chair.
Yeah, he's wearing his talberd, his tunic, maybe his base tunic or some base tunic.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I thought it was. Well, Christopher, why don't you chime in on some stuff?
Ed, what did you think, mate?
I liked it more than the previous one. I kept smiling, thinking Khmer. I'm like, man, they're making it seem really obvious that he was the guy with the helmet and the red lightsaber. He has that bag with a bunch of stuff in it, and he's like holding it real tight to him. Then he leaves, and then she leaves him alone and goes somewhere, and it's like, man, that could be him. It totally could be, but it just seems so obvious. He is a good fighter, as we saw him pretty much best May in that little alleyway there.
Indeed.
I just think it's too obvious. But I liked it. I think those bugs are going to come back. The scarabs, I think they play a role in this somehow. I lean towards Mother Coral being the masked figure. And it's not a Sith. And a Sith might be in the background, but it's never come to light to the Jedi.
Yeah, maybe a Sith is like observing, you know?
Yeah. It's in the background pulling strings maybe. But I don't know. I don't, because they also said before this series came out, and during this time, the enemy of the Jedi, the biggest enemy of the Jedi is themselves. So whatever this is going to be, I don't think it's going to be Sith. These people hating on Ki-Adi being in there, I don't get it, but
hey, come on, who doesn't like to see the penis-headed Syrian, you know? Yeah. Come on.
If it ends up being a Sith, then sure. I'm not going to make final judgments right now. Like, it's like people are like going nuts about it, but we won't talk about it.
Haywire.
Yeah.
They're going haywire. I've been Ki-Adi Mundi, head fucking bitches since 118 BBY.
Dude, was that a mustache he had on? That was pretty cool.
It was a stash. I mean, he has a stash. In Phantom Menace,
like a dark one though, right? Instead, Phantom Menace, it's not dark, right?
Well, yeah. This is prime. This is prime Ki-Adi Mundi.
This is when he only had like 2 wives instead of 4 or whatever he had.
I know. They didn't all make him gray so quick. I didn't realize it was him. I like, oh, cool, look, another Syrian. You know, like I hope I'm not saying it wrong. I think Syrian is his race, right? No?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
right. I thought I saw Plo Koon as well. Was that, or just did you guys see?
I saw that guy, and it's in my head. It's just like, yeah, same race. You know, there's not just one of these dudes running around.
I never assume until the cast or more information comes out. I don't think it's Plo Koon, is it? Plo Koon?
It wasn't in the credits like Ki-Adi Mundi was, and when I saw that, like, started being splashed up on the social medias, like, first off, I didn't check it until later, but I saw that and was like, it's just some idiot photoshopping it, whatever.
Yeah,
just like passed it aside, just like
Door or whatever.
Another foul tarnished, you know, that's just sucked into this disbelief of thinking that they're right. Yeah, I really we'll see what happens at the very end of it. But to your point, Ed, and also this 4th episode, only 28 minutes, real time. All right,
Might as well be
quick,
22.
Yeah, I right. He's closing in on that Mando level of bullshit. You know what I mean? 28 minutes. I take dumps longer than that. Are you kidding me? Come on. I just give me some more, man. We only got 8 episodes. Come on, put some more. At least give us something else. That was really cool though when he blew the Jedi back. I mean, that was that whole crowd of people, all those lightsabers up. That was super dope.
Yeah.
That whole scene was great. They all just like whipped them all out. Let's just ignore May right behind us who's going to kill us. Oh, that was the other thing I want to ask. May just like turncoat immediately. Like, my sister's alive. I'm turning myself into the Jedi. I know I kind of killed 2 of them, but it's okay.
Well, she went her whole life thinking she died.
Yeah, and this was all about her
So you got
revenge.
to think about that.
That she died. Yeah.
And it was because of the Jedi. So that's where all her hatred was centered. Maybe they didn't do a good job of portraying that, but that's how I think of it. And that's why she turned.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That me and Kev talked about. That was really bad.
That's a real fast turnaround.
It was.
know?
I think they could have executed that better. Yeah, like showed her on the ship battling. The thought process of it, you know what I mean? Like they didn't. She just kind of was just walking with Kamir and was like,
unless there's more to it. Like I'm not just like you, Ed. I don't want to judge this until I've seen it complete. So
yeah.
Indeed.
I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. The last 2 I've struggled with. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to keep going. Can you keep watching it? Star Wars, isn't it? But yeah, I thought there's some. I hate saying this, but I thought there's some really bad acting.
Yeah,
really bad writing in that last episode.
Yeah. Give me an example.
Which episode? Yeah.
The wording is just like, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Soul's pretty good. What's his name?
So I like his acting. Of all of them, he's my favorite. I'm happy too because I really like him as an actor. I loved him in Squid Games, and I love this whole new. I don't know. I really enjoy his character. I like Master Indara.
I do think as the Jedi,
it.
I mean, it was a flashback through possibly Osha's eyes or whatever. But in the 3rd episode, the Jedi seem very like stone, like cold. They weren't.
Yeah.
You know, they walk up. They're not showing much empathy, except Soul.
No.
Soul did a little bit with the lightsaber thing.
Yeah, like Trinity's not great at all, is she?
No, she's kind of a bitch.
But we also don't know their history with witch covens like this. Like maybe they're just super cussed because they've had bad battles or situations with other. But like again, that's bad writing because we don't know. We don't know all that. But maybe they'll talk more about it later. I don't know. But you know what I mean? That's what I felt like it was.
Yeah. I mean, it could be one of those things where it's like the Jedi is basing all of these reactions based on like this is how we have to do. This is the process. You know what I mean? We encounter witch coven. Our past history with them has been like, Dathomirian witches where they all
burn
just
their
go
shit
crazy.
to the ground and gas everybody.
Just like murder everyone and like enslave all the men. Yeah, I'm thinking Courtship of Princess Leia style witches.
And
We're just
take
like,
all their
crazy.
kids.
Yeah.
Assimilate them. Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your husbands. They just be converting everybody to that coven. So I don't know. That's probably like their protocol, right? But again, showing like you mentioned before, Ed, like the hubris, the arrogance, the casual use of these very like dangerous force powers of like manipulation, making people tell the truth, like the Moidians from Jordan in the first
His
episode.
character bothers me.
I know, and I hate his haircut. He just looks like such a bruv, and I'm just like, oh my god, homie, come on, man.
He's like a lawful good paladin. That's annoying.
Get some nice nice locks of hair going again, right? Like that. This is what we need for those people. We need to have some better better hairstyles, right? Like we need some Qui-Gon Jinn hairstyles. We need some friggin' Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi hairstyles.
But dude, that's like 100 years later. Like you go look at hairstyles 100 years ago from us. Like they're way different. Not
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think hairstyles are the problem, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think his hairstyle's fine.
Yeah.
Well, remember when the Starlight Beacon collapsed? What was that Jedi that died with that one?
Oh, the like super charismatic dude.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't super carry. He was the one who was like split in the middle, like trying to. He was like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of like that group. But anyways, he died there, and that was just like a.
Wasn't he flirting with a relationship with someone?
He was.
That's-
He was.
yeah,
But he was still like keeping it clean, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know.
We don't
But-
know enough to judge the show fully yet.
We do not. But
So
we
far,
are,
I'm just loving the setting, and I love that there's content in this time period, and I'm just sitting in that, and I'm watching it. I'll give some judgment when it comes to a conclusion. I'm leaning towards that I'm going to be happy going towards the end of it, but we'll see.
it'll pick up like any fresh storyline. They got to do a lot of like base layering of like, here's the story, here's how it goes.
Like you almost want to say it's filler, but it's not. Like I think you're going to need all of this. Like it's all going to be needed, but it feels like it right now because we're watching it week to week.
Indeed. So we shall indeed see. Any other final thoughts, guys? Like, you know, any other vibes that this show's getting up to? I like the Jedi outfits, the little orange, yellow.
What do you think of the ships?
Ships are pretty good, actually. I think they've done a really good job at copying that, like, not just pre-1970s architecture of Star Wars, but like pre-Phantom Menace prequel era technology level of their stuff.
It feels like that ambassador ship that the Jedi show up in beginning of Phantom Menace. Like they're emulating that a lot.
Yeah,
which
it's like an older style, you know, rust bucket. I love that. I think that's really cool. I think they're doing.
I don't think rust though. I think still Chris.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just thinking, you know, it's just like big, blocky, boxy. Yeah. She ain't no uncut Millennium Falcon. You know what I mean?
I will say, I said crisp. So like a lot of the uniform, like the Jedi uniforms and stuff, everything's like new and crisp because it's that time period. But I think they lean into it maybe a little too much, and it's pissing off some Star Wars. Like it's unknowingly throwing some people into like it feels fake, like too costumey. Because we're used to a Star Wars that's dirty, gritty, the little cinematography's grainy, but this isn't. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? Like it's like, and then this is like just a different time period. It's almost like when you watch Phantom Menace and everything's shiny on Naboo and stuff. It's like a totally different feel.
Yeah.
So you got to like take a step back and realize what time period you're in.
There's one thing that I think they are, to your point, Ed, I think they are too clean. Like when they're running around on that planet that Lobaka, Kelnaka is on.
They should be dirtier. Yeah,
they should be dirty. They're on an expedition in this like weird jungle forest. You mean to tell me they're just going to walk perfectly around everything?
The fellowship scene. You guys remember that? Where they're following the little like, dude, they're all like in a line behind him, and I'm like, this is dun 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 dun.
That's right. That's right. I wonder where.
But like they all look clean. And it's like, no, where's your bedrolls and your like tin?
What about the sand on your boots, man? You know, like that's the kind of like level of grittiness detail that I don't know. Maybe they should just like, as these actors get out on site, they need to like walk around in them for like 3 or 4 hours. You know, I know they're Jedi; they can avoid breaking a sweat, but come on.
At least stop and cook some nice crispy bacon or something.
Indeed, potatoes.
Levensies.
My God, would you imagine? Well, cool. That's my final thought, guys. Anything else, fellas?
That's it.
All right. Well, we got House of the Dragon coming up tonight. We'll talk about that next week. And
a note on that. I'm gonna try and watch Shogun first. Get through Shogun.
Oh yeah, I do want to watch that as well. That's on the list. I've heard that's good. A lot of people saying that's good. Well, folks, thanks for joining us. This is episode 251 of the Scruffy Looking Podcasters on this June the 23rd. Tornado has not come by our house yet, so we are safe and okay. Hopefully enough for us to upload this to the internet.
Yes.
Stay weird out there. Remember, don't forget, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
My girls were saying that the other day in the other room. I was impressed. Anyway, toodles.
Civic, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Catch you next week.
This party's over.